Paula and welcome to this video. I'm so excited to share with you this DIY idea that I did. I've never done it before, so going into it I was like, how do I even do this? It is definitely a two-person job, but if you're handy dandy, you can totally do it by yourself. Two people just make it so much easier. If you guys have a spot in your house that you feel like it just needs a little bit, it's like kind of empty, this is such a great idea. You can hang anything you want from it. So let's get into the video. I'll show you guys exactly what you need and how to do it from scratch. So the things that you'll need for this DIY project are 2 hooks, which are going to be connecting the rope from the ceiling to the stick, scissors to opening up the packaging. I got 2 packets of rope. You may need more or even other DIY materials such as fake leaves. You can like intertwine it into the rope. You can have that guys as well, but for now I just got 2 bags of rope. And last but not least, I got these heavy duty drywall anchors, just in case if this hook is not strong enough into the ceiling and it starts like falling down. And last but not least, the most important thing in this project is the stick! You can find this at any hardware store in like the wood section, and they usually come in meters long, and then you just take it and cut it to your desired size. So yeah. So the very first step is deciding where we are going to place these hooks. So what I did is I measured the entire wall, and then I figured out kind of sorta how far I wanted the hooks to be away from each side. I decided to start with 22 centimeters from each side, and I used the stools as a reference point to kind of see how it would look like from far away if I were to have it from 22 centimeters from each side. Next up is figuring out how far you want to be away from the wall. You don't want to be too close because it's too cluttered, but then again, you don't want to be too far because it's too much space. This is where having 2 people is really helpful, because one person can be holding the measuring tape as an example of the rope hanging down, and you can kind of figure out how far you want it to be away from the wall. I decided to do 6 inches away from the wall. So now that you have your measurements of where to put the screw, you can now screw the screw in, and it's not easy. There is no drill for this. You just kind of have to shove it into the ceiling and twist, 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 twist. Oh my god, this is not easy. For me, I didn't need extra drywall help or security to have the hook hanging. It was pretty sturdy, just the hook alone, but make sure it can definitely hold the weight by lightly pulling on the hook. And you know, if it's not moving and it's sturdy, then it should be good to go. But if you can see that it's moving around and kind of coming out of the ceiling, then I definitely recommend popping in some drywall anchors just in case, because you don't want it to be falling out and possibly hurting someone. Alright, so the hard part is done, and now we can get a little bit creative. This is the rope that's going to be hanging from the hook, holding on to the stick. So you guys can really do whatever the heck you want with it, whether it's just like 1 string, 2 string, weave something in between. You can do a French braid, a fish braid. You can do whatever your heart desires. I'm not that good with tying knots or braiding, so I'm probably going to be reasonably simple. First of all, how the heck do you unravel this? Hello? Oh wait, we gotta hook it. Yeah! Ah! So I just got these from the dollar store. They were super cheap. I actually got these in Australia before I moved to Vancouver because I wanted to do the same thing there, but never got a chance to, so there we go, 1 rope. I'm just gonna go with something super simple. So I turned the 1 rope into 3, and then I'm just gonna tie the top so it has a little bit of a hook. And then what I'm going to do is braid the bottom. So as you can see, this is from the 1 rope. So I'm going to go snip, snip. And then I want it to have a thick piece of knots. So I'm just gonna, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of trial and error. You can really do whatever you want. You can always change it later on too. It's just rope. There's so many cool like rope tying techniques you can find on Pinterest, or if you know how to do it yourself, a lot easier for you than it is for me. That's kind of cool. I don't know. And then I'm basically just going to braid the bottom, and it's going to look something like this. So after braiding the rope and hanging it from the ceiling, I just simply slid the rope through the braid, and that actually worked pretty well. Then it's time to decorate. I originally was inspired by a storefront where they had this exact idea, and they had plants and lights. So I just totally copied them, but another really good idea is to hang picture frames. But again, make sure the rope is sturdy enough because you don't want it to be bending in the center or to be so heavy that it just breaks off. wanted to make this for so long, but I just haven't had the time, and it's a lot easier when you have 2 people. It took about an hour or so, and I mean, there were a little bit of hiccups. The screwing on part was a little bit difficult, and just weaving everything through takes a lot of patience, but other than that, I definitely recommend it. It's so easy and fun to play around with because you can easily take it down, or you can just change it up for seasonal, for birthdays. You're gonna have things hanging off. It could be a cool backdrop. It's honestly limitless with the ideas you guys can do with this simple DIY decoration piece. Other than that, leave in the comments below, what would you guys hang from this piece? I obviously like it pretty simple with fairy lights and leaves, but let's get creative and share your thoughts on what you would hang from something like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Mwah.